Okay, I'm gonna watch this one. Then we'll watch the car video.
Resident Evil 7 is an incredibly iconic location, responsible for bringing the horror back to Resident Evil.
Is this the one we watched before about, the family? Is this the same game that we watched as before?
But apparently there's another location in this game that I didn't even know about.
What the?
They released a DLC.
Holy, production value has went up.
You could leave the baker's house and explore the surrounding swamp. It's full of new monsters that all want to kill you. Gators that want to kill you, which are arguably scary.
Oscar, thank you
and
for
there's a new antagonist known as the Swamp Man, who I actually really like.
Yo, his budget has went up so much since the last time I watched him.
Thing out there in the swamp isn't any of those.
This looks sick. Oh.
It's him.
I'm sorry, I need to check what other video of this that I watched because I want to know if it's the same game. Fuck. The scariest Resident Evil game. Is it this? This is the one we watched before. Is this the same game? This was a year ago. This is the same game, right? And I remember watching this and be like, oh, I love the green screens. And then, holy shit, a year later, they're so good. Yeah. Hi, Meth. Hi, Kyozan. Ah!
In this DLC, you play as
What the
Joe
fuck?
Baker, the brother of Big Papa Jack Baker himself. He shows up shortly after the events of the main game to see his family, only to find that something has gone terribly wrong. Soldiers are crawling all over the property, and his family is missing.
Oh.
The only family member he can find is his niece, Zoe, who is unconscious and surrounded by soldiers. I could go ask the soldiers what's going on, but the thing about Joe Baker
fuck?
is he is essentially the Bayou Batman. When playing as him, you fight mainly with your fists. Literally just punching absolutely everything. Multiple trained soldiers with assault rifles, nothing on these hands. Joe kidnaps one of the soldiers and brings him
play
and
as a
Zoe
Baker?
back to a nearby shack. His niece Zoe is infected, and she'll die soon if she doesn't get the cure. The soldier eventually gives us the location of the cure, so we have to trudge through the swamp to get it. As you step out into the swamp, immediately you feel that atmosphere of Resident Evil 7.
You fist everything? Why'd you say it like that?
Shack. A body hangs from a tree nearby, and your only path forward is surrounded by silhouetted trees. As you walk down the path, the first thing you find is this tree that you can pull the bark back from. Introducing us to one of this DLC's many new and exciting features. Remember in the main Resident Evil 7 game when Ethan Winters would just pour liquid all over himself and heal somehow? I mean, it was stupid, but it made as much sense as any other healing in a Resident Evil game. Yeah, it works a little bit different in this DLC. Instead of just pouring liquid all over yourself, you can also pick up these bugs and then eat these bugs. And that will heal you.
Why is there been so much bugs today?
Oh, listen, all right, I'm committed to the bit. I bit the egg in that Resident Evil 8
Good luck,
video.
man.
And I did that for you, even though you didn't ask me to. If anything, more people have asked me to stop doing stuff like that. But I never will. I never will. Oh.
No. No way he's actually gonna eat this. Oh no.
Oh, this thing's nasty. God, it's crazy. Put the picture on screen of what I'm looking at right now is actually making me nauseous. I'm not a bitch. I'm not a bitch. I can do it. I don't know why, but a bunch of VTubers have been reacting, so this is for you, right?
No, it's not for me.
Right here. I'm not doing the beard at all. I'm just gonna leave the beard off.
Call
Here.
me
For the
out.
VTubers.
Wait, what did he just
Beard as
say?
well. I'm just gonna leave the beard off here for the VTubers.
No. Bro.
Crossing over the short bridge, we move deeper into
I'm getting a shout out though,
growling
W.
noises echo through the trees. And that is when one of the mud boys finds us. In the base game of Resident Evil 7, these imposing monsters made it very difficult to navigate through the basement. Playing as Ethan Winters, you were better off running away when you can.
No, he didn't have to do that.
But Joe Baker, aka Bayou Batman, aka Joey Welcome Down, is ready with that uppercut combo. He's serving it with a side of fries. You want a drink with that? You want a supersize?
Oh, cat! Torty! Aww!
Immune, she's immune. He literally punches them.
Oh, she's there in the video.
This is my favorite thing about.
I love that he like doesn't even make her leave. She just hangs out. That's sick.
About the DLC, you're faced with the same horrors from
love
the main
that.
game, but you are truly the apex predator in this goddamn
Oh, I
swamp.
can't stop looking
really
at
thought
her.
melee combat built around Resident Evil 7's gameplay would just be
Oh, she's
ass, but it's
kneading. She's
actually
so happy.
really fun. The system is very simple and probably
I'm sorry, I
wouldn't
can't even pay attention to the video. I'm fucking looking at the cat.
make an entire game very fun. But for the 2-hour runtime of this DLC, it is incredibly entertaining. The best part about it though is that these
2-hour
hands will-
runtime for a DLC? Is that not like really short? Can your model do 6-7? If I had my 3D model and if I had my hand tracking, yes, but I do not.
are not just made for enemies. Now, normally Resident Evil is built
2
around
hours was
solving
worth it.
puzzles to move forward. Like if you come up to a door you have to unlock, you probably got to run around a 10,000 square foot building for 4 hours looking for a key that's shaped like a duck. But here, as we follow the path, we come across a door blocking us from where we're supposed to
Yellow
go.
paint?
And the only puzzle required to get through it is how many times do you have to punch it until it's destroyed, until it's in little pieces. The door is made out of metal bars and like wood and pieces of chain link fence. He's just going in bare fist by you, Batman. I truly don't think I understand how power scaling works in this series. I've had a lot of conversations about this recently. More specifically, I've had conversations about like who would win in a fight, Chris Redfield or Leon Kennedy. That one's kind of tricky though. It really just depends on which era of the character you're talking about. If you don't know these characters or anything,
What the fuck?
just stick with me for a minute. I'm gonna start talking my shit, but I promise it'll be quick. Okay, I think if you go Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 1 and Leon from Resident Evil 2, I think Leon is getting used like a mop. Really just due to experience differences. I mean, Chris is a trained soldier, whereas Leon is like a cop.
This is the kind of content I'm here
Leon
for.
versus Resident Evil 5. Chris, that one is difficult because it just gets so goddamn campy that it's hard to tell what their actual power level is. I would lean towards Leon at first, mostly because of the fight with Krauser, but then Chris just goes and does some shit like the punch in the boulder. I just don't know what the fuck
punching
to
a
do with that.
boulder?
Leon at that point in his career probably could outsmart Chris, but just like pure strength, I'm gonna go with Boulder Boy. And then Resident Evil 6, I'm just gonna say that doesn't count. That was a bad dream that we all had. Even though Chris takes it in most of those situations, I believe that Chris over time only gets lamer and weaker, whereas Leon just becomes infinitely cooler every time he shows up. With that in mind, I would argue that Resident Evil 9's Leon versus Resident Evil 8's Chris, Leon would beat Chris so bad it would be sad to watch. It would be like watching Animal Planet and seeing a group of hyenas pick off a sickly, weak bison from the group. You never want to see that. Okay, sorry about my tangent. I just wanted to share my undeniable truth on this matter. I would really love to see Joe Baker fight either one of those guys, because just what I get from this DLC is that he's the most powerful man in the universe.
Is he infected?
He
Is
put
that why
both
he's so
Leon
strong
and Chris
too,
in a
I guess?
crawfish boil. Lather
Must
him
be,
up in some
right?
butter in Old Bay. Anyway, plowing through this door like a bulldozer, we come up to this small building. And even in full beast mode, there's something about walking through a tight hallway in Resident Evil 7 that is so eerie. After playing 9 recently, I thought that one was scarier than 7, but now coming back
No,
to
he's
this
just got
one, I
natural
realize
hillbilly
why-
strength.
Why
Okay.
he's the GOAT, why he's MVP. Coke Zero break.
Oh, monster break.
We round the corner to find a dead soldier holding a vial of the cure. And as we take it from him, his body starts to spew out this mold.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why. I know he's like a hillbilly and everything, but just hearing the K-Kona accent, that's hilarious. Hi, Survivor, welcome back.
Another great thing about the punching is that it's a very cathartic response to getting jump scared. It just feels good to be able to beat the thing that scared you into an absolute paste on the ground with your bare hands. Go to bring the cure back to Zoe, only to find that the hut that she's in has been set on fire. Probably because we just left a barrel fire open right beneath the awning. I know we're in a horror scenario. I'm gonna chalk this one up to redneck negligence. There's also 6 of these massive alligators lying dead in the clearing. All of them covered in these strange boils and gashes. We rush inside to give Zoe the cure, but because it wasn't a full dose, it won't cure her completely. That's when the soldier on the ground tells us we can find a full dose at his base.
There's more at our base.
He's trying to punch him.
And I'll take you there. Please.
What base?
What base? Oh! Of course, of course. Yeah.
It would suck to be him. Like, you showed up to help,
Unfortunate.
and then you got tied up by a confused redneck, and then turned to pieces.
Oh.
Anyway, we go to grab Zoe and rush out of the shack, and this is when we're introduced to the main antagonist of this DLC, the Swamp Man.
What is it in the Resident Evil games that, like, why is it always like a woman that's infected and that you're trying to like save?
Joe starts running
Where's the little helpless man that's infected? Hello?
out of here, and then he says probably my favorite
Hello?
line in not
Next
just the DLC,
game for
but
Leon?
this entire game.
Make him little helpless man.
I'm just so happy that someone is aware. Can you
Oh my
believe it?
God.
Holy fuck.
I was reading about an
Jesus.
interview with the development
Faye's
team
been
on
wondering about wanting one. I can't afford to
relyonhorror.com
drive,
from
but I
right
just
before
like
this
them.
game
They're
came
little
out.
cute
There's a quote in there
cars.
that says, part of the reason End of Zoe was created as it is was because of users' reaction to Zoe not really being savable in Resident Evil 7's split path. So they wanted to explore past that and
It's coming up.
So they wanted to explore
Okay.
past that and her ultimate fate. In my main video on Resident Evil,
Watch a video on my car.
in my
If you
main video on
want,
Resident Evil
we
7,
can look
I
at the
talked
crash
about that choice
test.
a lot and how I thought it was really stupid. You choose your wife
Duh.
or this girl you don't really know that well. And in this DLC, not only does it canonize you choosing Mia over Zoe, but it acknowledges how hollow of a choice that was. You could never really save Zoe. You just either leave her to die or
Yep.
try to save her and make sure that she dies. She literally makes this cure and gives it to Ethan. And she's like, all right, Ethan, now we're going to cure my family, right? He goes, I'm going to cure my wife, who arguably caused all of this. I'm going to cure my wife, the bioterrorist who damned your family to hell. And then we're just going to get out of here on a boat. We're just going to get out of here. Good luck, though. Holy shit. That sucks. I'm an
Seems what I
Ethan
said to
defender, but
Suki, a Renault 5 would suit you well. A what? Let me look this up. Oh. Wait, why? Hi, Snow. Hi, Ran. Wait, or Ray, sorry. Wait, what do you mean? Oh my god, there's a car outside today that looked really cute, and it looked like, it was like a little small car, and it was like coffee colored, but it was like milky coffee colored, and then the hood of the car was like cream, and I was like, oh my god, if they put like boba stickers on the bottom of their car, it would have looked so fucking
He
cute.
does kind of suck in that game.
Have I passed that house already?
It's a tragic story.
Very
that
good
never
car.
stops being tragic. And even the developers knew that was an unsatisfying end for her character. And while this DLC is just funny, run around punching alligators, I do think the development team did a good job of redeeming that choice and Zoe's whole arc with this DLC. I didn't love Zoe as a character, but I did think she deserved better. Specifically, I think she deserved someone who was willing to go full Batman to save her, and goddamn if Joe Baker is not that. I couldn't find a place to slot it in, but
Hi,
I
Pink.
have Bayou Batman. Isn't that funny?
Bayou Batman.
Yo, hit the like.
Joe continues driving the boat through the swamp until he finds the military base. It's not hard to find. It's a huge facility with a bunch of lights and walls in the middle of the swamp. He docks the boat, heads inside, and this is when we're introduced to my favorite enemy in the entire game. Some goddamn gators.
No way, he just bought these for the video. What the fuck? No, canonically he's supposed to punch fuck out of them. Why have you got like a stick? Come on, bro. Oh, he kissed it. Oh, he's popping them! Bro. Oh my god! You're supposed to be punching them, bro. L -1.
Whenever I see a gator, it just warms my heart. I am a true Florida man. This is a fact about me that will never change no matter where I go.
I'm the opposite, and I'm scared of crocodiles and alligators like big time, because as a kid we would drive over this one fucking bridge that had like some water under it. By the way, it was like probably like 5 foot of water, and my brother would fucking tell me there's crocodiles in there and that the bridge is gonna fall down when we drive over it and they're gonna fucking eat me. So I would have nightmares about that for like the rest of my childhood, and now I just hate them.
Go or what I do in this world. And it means if I see a gator, I'm probably gonna get hyped. The gators in this game are weirdly the hardest enemy to fight. You really can't punch them, you'll just get gnawed on until you die. So at first you kind of just have to sneak around and pucker your butthole hoping you get out of the water fast enough. I say that as a joke, but I was pretty clenched up in this moment. Setting Zoe down and pressing on into the facility, it seems the molded have taken over this place too. Conveniently though, they are all facing the opposite direction of wherever you are. Goddamn classic for the stealth section. So we gotta get in there and do some stealth takedowns.
This is who you're
There's
scared
no
of?
goddamn way that's a stealth takedown. I'm not buying it. That's insane.
No, but that
He
one's,
literally,
like, cute,
rips
I
his head off
guess.
and screams.
In this section and a couple others, you do have to take the stealth approach because of the crawling enemies.
They are extremely hard to kill, and not because they are strong and have like good attack patterns. They're just at a weird angle. You have to like crouch and punch them from there. And they don't really stagger, they just keep attacking you till you die. It's almost like they're bugged. It just doesn't make a lot of sense how they move. So the only way to fight them is with stealth or a motherfudging spear.
Okay, so it does have a
I
spear.
wrote wata in my script.
Okay, I take back my
In
-1
the- it's
earlier.
on
I'm
the
sorry,
page right
man.
here. And with that spear in hand,
Lore
our
accurate.
Bayou Batman arsenal is almost complete. We got
I didn't see the
hands,
spear
and
before,
for
man.
anything
I
else,
didn't know
we
your
got
game.
spears. It's not long after this that we finally come face to face with the monster that's been chasing us this entire time.
Oh,
Swamp Thing from DC Comics. Me playing airsoft wearing a ghillie suit, but I fell in the pool. But it's one of those above ground pools and it hasn't been cleaned in a while. When you're first confronted with Jack Baker in the main game, it is horrifying. You're pretty much helpless, which makes him infinitely scarier as he just lumbers towards you. When the Swamp Man shows up, it is just absolutely hilarious to watch him try his damnedest to wind up.
Bro,
a
he
punch,
looks like a
only
main
to get
player.
fists rained down on him like an assault from a more powerful nation. We're dropping nukes with every swing. It does not take long to just.
this is how you guys act like you're gonna fucking react if you meet me IRL. You guys saying fucking, don't do an IRL meetup or I'm gonna fucking kill you, and you act like this is the type of shit you're gonna fucking do.
him and then go on our merry way, blasting through doors like a one-man SWAT team. You want to see them? You want to say hello? Say hello. Hello. And it's
Me?
so goddamn funny. As soon as you go through the door,
Okay, maybe not
Swamp
you.
Man is
I
back
don't know,
for more.
Survivor.
He wants
I don't think you've ever said anything about, like, oh, if we met IRL. I don't think you have, but everyone else has. Joe Baker was likely made to vent players' frustrations from cowering in fear the whole game. Must feel so good to just punch through everything instead. Yeah. But if you had a full game dedicated to just punching through everything, it would be bad. But because it was like a short DLC, it was good. That's just Madden Commando.
some action, and the same thing happens again. He just gets his ass beat and falls flat on the ground. They're playing the horror
Damn.
music, right? But it's got to be for him, not us.
Pause. Look at my dog. Her name is Pandora, and she is 3. See, I got a sponsor.
Okay, they're very cute dogs, but aren't those dogs actually like aggressive?
This video called The
Dalmatians?
Farmer's Dog, and they sent me a bunch of this fresh dog. Answer a couple questions.
I've heard
Packets in the
they're like
in the
more
force
aggressive than
feed,
normal
but I can already
dogs.
tell she
But
is
it
a
looks so
lot happier. Do you want to
cute.
give it a shot? Now is the best
Aw.
time. Or the pinned comment down below.
Aren't you
I feel
too small
it's
to be
60%
hit?
off. It's worth giving it a shot.
Technically,
Even if I never do
nothing's
another
too
sponsor for the Farmer's
small.
Dog, I am still gonna
I've just
keep
got smaller
getting this
hitbox.
food for my dogs because it's really
See
just
the
great
next
stuff,
meet and
I can
greet.
tell that they love it. So thank you so much to the Farmer's Dog for making great dog food and
Depends how
for
many
sponsoring
there
this
are.
video.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Oh,
We cross
okay.
the river, then we eat some more bugs. I don't know why this is a bit I decided to double down on.
you know.
I thought you meant like, I thought you were talking about depends how many people there would be at my meetup. Like, what do you mean? I'm scared.
And start chucking some spears at gators. The cure that we're looking for is somewhere inside this old boat, so we go down inside looking for it. I am truly coming around to the idea that we need an entire Joe Baker Resident Evil game. And if you're not a believer, I think this moment right here will convince you. We punch a hole through every mold
Oh my
in here and then
God.
come up to this computer where the cure needs to be synthesized. Joe turns
On this
the computer,
old-ass looking
and
PC.
It starts to synthesize, but then it gets stuck. Now at this point, I was fairly confident this was going to start a puzzle where I had to go and find some items or things to bring back to this computer.
What are the bets? He just hits the top of the computer and it
finish
works.
No, Joe, you know what Joe does? Joe punches the computer a few times.
fucking
And
knew
then,
it.
You know what? It works.
Yup.
It just
I fucking knew it.
it works. It just works. How does this work?
just
You don't
works.
understand? Well, how about I punch you a bunch of times in the head until it makes sense? That's how it works. After grabbing the cure, it seems like Swamp Man wants another go. So he throws us over the edge, hoping, praying that gravity will help him in this battle, but it does not. Throwing Joe Baker
That's
over
worked
the
for
edge
you?
is not gonna save
Yeah.
you from this.
Back on like my ancient PC before like, okay, you know what? Old ass PC. It used to work.
Absolute
saying.
smackdown. And to make matters worse, Joe literally suplexes him into the ground. For the love of God, give me a Joe Baker.
I wouldn't even,
Baker
bro.
video game. When I first thought, oh, I'd love a game into the
No
batter's
way.
bush, Joe literally suplexes him into the ground. For the love of God, give me a Joe Baker video game. When I first thought, oh, I'd love a game as this guy, I was mostly joking. I'm dead serious now. Throwing like a bunch of new combos.
Suplex is a gross ass bug infested corpse, man. Bro's just bringing up the ussy straight to his
For
mouth
me to
doing
do,
that. It's
and I will be playing
disgusting.
Street Fighter on these zombies. Give me a full game, don't even give me a gun. I don't want it. We rip off the swamp man's head, boom, bam, bop. We go to bring the cure back to Zoe, and somehow he comes back again. And this time
Okay.
steals Zoe and brings her out into the
What
swamp.
the fuck is with Resident Evil and them always fucking doing the same storyline on, like, oh, girl's infected, oh, girl gets stolen at some point in the story, oh, we gotta go save girl again. Like, bro.
Somehow he just keeps returning. Almost like he never
Hi, Sean.
dies.
It sells.
There are clues in here to who he is. That's why I'm
If it
winking. I'm
works,
just bad
don't
at
fix
winking.
it.
Every time I
Same
wink, it looks like I'm
formula
getting
in Resident
hit.
Evil
It looks like I'm
Requiem.
flinching. Has winking always been this hard? What is happening? Joe takes the boat to go find Zoe, and as we move deeper into the swamp, you can find these masses growing like pustules around the roots of trees and bushes. They writhe slowly. It almost looks like they're breathing. These next two sections before you
We
actually
kicked some
find
army
Zoe
service
are
stuff and it
kind of
worked.
challenging, which I was not
Classic.
expecting from this DLC. There are a bunch of enemies around you on these thin platforms.
Oh yeah, we've got the really smart tech guys up there, and you go in and you open the door, and the motherfuckers are just kicking the servers.
And right below you.
Oh, yeah, they know-
is
they really know what they're
an
doing in there.
infinite amount of gators. It's like Gatorland down there.
Oh,
Is Gatorland common knowledge? It's kind of like a wildlife reserve,
No.
but for rednecks who like alligators. And you can like zip line over the gators and watch them eat things. Oh, holy shit! Gatorland has a YouTube channel. Oh, hit me
What?
up, Gatorland. Let's collab. Let's make something happen. I'm not even joking. Please get me on the Gatorland YouTube channel. Look at this video of them eating turkeys on Thanksgiving. That's so awesome. Happy
Oh.
Thanksgiving. Up until this point in the game, I had been mindlessly punching everything that moved, but this section actually required me to use at least a single brain cell,
In the
which I was not
ass.
prepared for. So I died more than a few times trying to get through this, just until my neurons started actually firing. Then after this, there's a boss fight with a fat zombie. I don't know why in every Resident Evil game,
Why
as
is it
soon as
always
they
a
want to get
fat
some like
one?
variety in their enemy types, they just decide to make
Big
them
and
fat.
fat.
They're like, oh, you know what would be scarier than a zombie, rushing and trying to kill you is if in his life before he became a zombie, he ate in a calorie surplus. Anyway, whatever. We explode him. He explodes.
so guys, technically speaking, if we had a zombie apocalypse right fucking now, I would roll all of you. I'd be stronger.
And finally, we find Zoe, who's been laid out inside of this church.
I would be the strongest one. Dog Loki, I jumped, me too. Yeah. Oh, Jack!
Remember when I was winking at you when we were doing that? When we were having that little moment where I was winking. This is what it was about. Yep. I love that I didn't get spoiled for this, and I just got to experience it in the game, even all these years after the game has come out. Specifically, also because I figured it out before the reveal actually happened, because he was coming back so much. In my video about the main game, I talk about how each of the Baker family members represents a core piece of horror movie history, and how Jack Baker specifically represents the slasher. And the slasher.
I never understood zombie apocalypse movies because they would never ever have that one person that is just like, yeah, nah, I'm just killing myself. Everyone's so intent on surviving. It's like, bro, I feel like at least half of the people would be like, nah, just fucking shoot me now, man. You know what I mean? I would be one of those people. Hi, Chungus.
Always comes back. Every time he came back throughout the game, I would point it out. So when the Swamp Man just kept coming back over and over and over again, I was like, wait a minute. Brain activate.
I would rather blow my shit schmoove off painlessly than like get ripped apart. You know what I mean? Like, getting literally your flesh ripped apart and shit. Nah, I'd rather just fucking end it. But you could survive. Yeah, but what life are you gonna live if you do survive? Probably not a good one.
Use 1000% power overclock.
Surely The Walking Dead has some suicidal motherfuckers.
Jack Baker.
Right?
I'm not exactly sure how the reveal itself made sense because
Depends,
you
but you're
just pulled off,
surviving.
like,
Yeah, but maybe you just have a strong resolve to live. maybe we're not the same. Faelin, I don't know if I said this, but I like your voice. I'm low-key eating breakfast and I'm listening to you. Oh, thank you.
a piece of, I don't know if that was like tree
Wait,
bark, and it didn't really look like Jack Baker. You kind of just saw his eyes. I guess if it's his brother, maybe that's how he recognized him. He just can tell that that's his brother, but I don't know that I would look
Hi,
at him and be like,
Bruce.
oh, that's that guy. Anyway, the swamp man, now known to be Jack Baker, throws us into a coffin, closes the coffin, and then throws the coffin into the river. But God
Gandalf in his shoe POV. Sorry, that's niche. No one will know who
damn
that
it.
is.
The
Survivor will
slasher is
get
the
it.
only one who always comes back. I don't know how Joe Baker survived this. You just wake up on land and you're out of the coffin. Behind you, there's a bunch of other coffins. I guess that's where they all washed up. But he just like smashed out of it like the Hulk. I don't know why I'm questioning. I'm sorry, Joe. I'll never question you again, Joe. At this point, Joe heads back to the Baker house for his final confrontation with his brother. But blocking our path
No, why did I think this was actually the game?
to the Baker house for his final
Bro just starts
confrontation
shaking it.
with his brother. But blocking our path to
He's gotten too good at the green screens. He's gone too fucking good at the
is a
lighting
steel
on it.
door, one that we cannot punch.
Oh, we can punch through a steel door, right? Right.
So maybe this one is gonna require a puzzle. You know, maybe there's some like, you know, some interesting gameplay stuff we're gonna have to do before we get there.
No?
Nope. We follow the path around the corner and we find the coolest weapon in
Knuckles?
the entire game.
Knuckles? Gauntlet! Yes. You just went back to what I said.
So it's
Yeah.
technically a power fist, but I couldn't find that online,
Power
and I
fist?
didn't have time to commission one to be made. So I just bought an Infinity Gauntlet off of Amazon for $40. And you know, if you thought you were punching hard before, this thing is that times 1,000. I was running back through the Baker's house just.
This is so out of pocket for a Resident Evil Hillbilly
heads with
setting.
this thing. It was
It's like fucking adding Cyberpunk into
so
the
much
mix.
fun to run back through these iconic
So,
horror
out of,
locations. just
you know,
full beast mode. We
it's
make it back to
completely
the main
not
house
the
where
same
military
setting.
has covered everything in plastic wrap and lab equipment to study whatever it is that happens. In the center of the room sits Zoe, who is still on the verge of death. And it's very
She's been
obvious
on the
that
verge
Jack
of death
is
this
gonna
whole
show up
time.
as soon as we move over to Zoe, and we're going to get to do a boss fight. But this time, we're going to finish him off for good. I mean, if all 6 Infinity Stones can't kill Jack Baker, I say we just give up.
Zoe! Zoe, wake up! Wake up!
I didn't expect them to be saying Zoe like that. Zoe! Zoe, wake up! Wait, why did he do that? The way he just slides into the POV like that? Why did he like Geekabit, I'm here? Like, what? Why
Zoe,
did he
wake
do it
up,
like
wake
that? Oh, I'm here! What? Hello, I'm here.
You're just a rabid dog now. I'm gonna put you out your misery.
Throughout the fight, you'll hear
The voice acting, oh my god. There's no way.
Joe talking to Jack Baker about
You're just a rabid dog.
when they were kids and they would fight, taunting him, trying to get through to his brother, hoping he's still in there somewhere. Jack is significantly stronger this time around. I don't really know why.
shit.
Maybe it's because we ripped off that thing that was over his eyes and he was fighting blind the whole rest of the
What?
DLC. But I imagine more so just because we got a huge power upgrade.
Mm-hmm,
So it's just kind of balanced that way. Using the gauntlet, Joe dazes Jack. And just before killing him off completely, delivers the hardest one-liner ever.
Oh.
This is a farewell from the family, brother.
Get it? Because like in the beginning of the game when Jack says, well welcome to the family, son. It's like that, but Joe gives the cure to Zoe. And of course, Chris Redpilled shows up and takes credit for the whole
Red-pilled.
goddamn thing. Conveniently after the whole fight is over too. Wow, he really showed up right in the nick of time to do nothing. I hate how they write Chris Redfield in the later games. I truly think they have ruined this character for me. Anyway, they take Zoe back to the lab where they find that the cure has worked and she is fully cured.
You're gonna be just fine.
She got up really fast.
We found her. She's a tough kid. Yeah, of course. Hang on. Someone wants to speak to you.
Zoe. Zoe, are you there?
It's you. I don't believe it. You actually made it.
Is this the main character that you leave her behind? There's no way they're letting him call her after that. Right? There's no
You didn't
fucking
forget
way.
about me.
I told you I'd send help. And I always keep my promises.
Thank you, Ethan.
I told you I would send help for the situation I fucking left you in, bitch.
Oh, thank you, Ethan. Thank you, Chris Redfield. No, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear thank you, Joe Baker, a.k.a. Bayou Batman, a.k.a. Joey Walcom Down, a.k.a. The GOAT. I love this
The
story.
GOAT.
I'm shocked that I haven't heard more about this. It's so much fun. I'm glad I got to play this for the first time now, almost 2 years later after uploading my Resident Evil 7 video. When I first uploaded that video, I was somewhere around like 100,000 subscribers, if you do that. And now, somehow, 2 years later, that is my most popular video ever with over 4.5 million views.
That's the one we
And are
watched.
almost just kissing 1 million subscribers. Man, you would not
This-
believe
W,
how much
this is
my life has
deserved, right?
changed in the
You put
last
so much
2
effort
years.
into
I've
this.
been able to take care of my family when they need it and, you know, like set up a future for myself. I meet people on the street who recognize me from these videos and talk about how much they like them. Not to get too personal or weird, but I spent a lot of my life thinking there was no hope for me. I grew up in a situation that's hard to get out of, and now I'm so
Shit,
far out of that
same.
situation, it feels like a bad dream. And if you're watching me now, I can't thank you enough for that. I hope I make you laugh while you're eating dinner. I just wanted to come back to this game and
Yep.
reflect a little now that we're so close to 1 million subscribers. You know, I always thought at 1 million I would
I gotta watch
slow
some of the
down for
Skyrim
once,
ones.
But honestly, I love doing this so much, and I'm ready to go find 1 million more people and make them watch me eat a bug. I don't know if we're at 1 million
Oh, I like his long hair.
yet by the time you're watching this, but either way, just thank you. All right,
Part of the
anyway,
Carson
thanks for coming
crew?
here, go and watch another one of my videos. Thank you to the $25 patrons.
Oh,
Thank you for your money. I spent your
W.
money on bugs, and it was worth it. And it was
Yeah, no, I didn't like
worth it,
that
and I know you
part.
think so. They were
W,
expensive
I'll
bugs.
leave a
I
like
really
for
hope
you,
y'all like
man.
everything I have planned for the rest of the year. I'm really
Thank you
giving
for shouting out the
it my all.
VTubers.
But in the meantime, just click the card. Thank you.
Oh, I hit 1 mil! Yo!
Good.
Okay, great. Thanks for ending it like that, man.